In my today's video, I am explaining now again further methods of preparation of haloalkane. That is from alkenes. From alkenes. When I say alkenes, meaning compound containing the double bond. These are hydrocarbon with double bond. So if I take here, suppose just addition. Suppose I take here ethene. Remember here, this is ethane. Ethane has become ethene. So if I take ethene and treat this with hydrogen chloride or HCl, it is just simple addition. Hydrogen from here will add here. Chlorine from here will add here. And therefore, what you will get here will be CS3, CH2, Cl. Ethyl chloride. Okay, ethene become ethyl chloride. Then, suppose I take here CS3, CH, double bond CS2 plus HCl. Now, in this case, remember, when there are more than 2 carbon and having a double bond, then the addition is not so simple. The addition will take place according to what is called as Markov-Vannikov rule. You all have learned this in the 11th standard. So this is my 12th standard portion I am talking about. Of course, 11th standard student also will have to follow this because for JEE NEET. This is, in this case, see how you get the two different products. If I write hydrogen added here and chlorine added here, then that will be one compound. And if I write chlorine over here and hydrogen here, there is another compound. So I'll write both the compounds and then see. Suppose I have written here CS3, CH, CS3. You followed here, what's here? I have added hydrogen to this. And chlorine I'll add here. So this will be chlorine. Okay. Now what is the other way? So there is another compound which will get here. And that other compound will be like this. Hydrogen from here will add here, normal. Chlorine will add here. And you can get the compound as CS3, single bond CS2, CS2, Cl. Okay. Now, see both the products are formed. But one of the product is major and one is minor. So one is what? Major and one is minor. So what will be the minor compound from here, C, and major compound which one, how you come to know? So this will be followed according to what is called as Markov-Vannikov's rule. Markov-Vannikov's rule. So what this rule tells you, see there is also Markov-Vannikov's rule. So W here. Huh? They give some, this thing they mentioned it is that W, Markov-Vannikov rule. Okay. Now what that addition will be here, see. The hydrogen from here is positive and this is negative. In this case it's Cl. Hydrogen is what? Electropositive. Chlorine is electronegative. So the rule tells you like this, that in case of unsymmetric alkene, this was symmetric. What is symmetric? If I cut here at the double bond, I will get one carbon here, one carbon here. That is symmetric. But if I cut here at the double bond, I will get two carbon this side and one carbon this side. So that becomes what is called unsymmetric. So in the case of unsymmetric alkene, added to say halogen acid, the negative part of the halogen acid, see rule will follow, negative part of the halogen acid, add to that carbon at the double bond and having least number of hydrogen. I'll tell you why I said least number of hydrogen. So here in this case this carry only one hydrogen and this carry two hydrogen. So the negative part is added to that carbon having less number of hydrogen. I'll say less number of hydrogen. So here chlorine will add to this carbon and that compound become major. So therefore this compound is major 2-chloropropane. This is a major compound and this compound is 1-chloropropane minor. So when you write two compound, remember, when you write both the compound, then you have to mention which is major and which is minor. If you just write only one compound, and if you have not written major and minor, the teacher can definitely mark it as wrong. So therefore you have to take care. When you write major and minor and two compound, then it is sure that you know this Markovnikov rule very well. Alright. Now, suppose you have written only one compound, that is more correct. Suppose you have not written the other product, this only if you write, that is correct. But if you write both the compound and if you don't mention major and minor, then teacher has full right to give you or cut the marks, because you have not mentioned which is major and which is minor. You yourself don't know like it appears to be. Okay, so remember here Markovnikov rule, very simple. Now I said here, see in the Markovnikov rule, I said what? The negative part add to that carbon at the double bond and having least number of hydrogen. So why so here? Suppose I take here CH3 double bond CH2, and if I just add here HBr for a change, I am writing. Now see, here I carbon carrying two hydrogen and here carbon carrying without hydrogen. So the negative part is bromine. So the negative part bromine will add to this carbon. Okay, and that becomes the major product. So what you'll get here will be CH3 single bond CH3, and here there's a bromine. Okay, so you'll get this product. This is major, this is major. And if at all they ask minor product, then you can very well write down what is the minor product. H from here can add here, and bromine from here will add here. So this will give you CH3 CH3 with CH2 Br. Now this is what? Minor. Okay, so remember what is Markovnikov rule very well and how to write the compound. Now in this case, see the name, you all already should know now. 1, 2 and 3. This is 1, 2 and 3. So here this will be 2-bromo, 2-methyl propane. This is 2-bromo. Better to always practice, remember. So 2-bromo, even writing the name, 2-bromo, 2-methyl propane. Okay, the other one will be 1-bromo, 2-methyl propane. 1-bromo, 2-methyl propane. So please follow this up, propane. You should know how this naming is done. So that is what is called as anti-Markovnikov rule. So let me explain to you what is called anti-Markovnikov rule. Now what is anti-Markovnikov rule is also called as Kharash effect. Kharash effect. Now what that rule tells you, that is only for addition of HBr. Remember, only HBr addition. Suppose I have taken here, say a compound which is like this, CH3, CH2, CH, double bond, CH2. Remember, this Markovnikov rule is applicable when it is what, unsymmetric alkene. Here also unsymmetric alkene. This is what here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So but 1 ene or 1 butene. You can also call 1 butene. Remember, this is but. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon means butane. In carbon number 1, there's a double bond. So therefore, double bond between 1 and 2. So when there's double bond between 1 and 2, you mention only 1. No need of writing 1, 2. So but 1 ene. Now here, the addition of Br is supposed to go here according to Markovnikov rule. Br will add here, hydrogen will add here. But it's the same, I have carried out the reaction in presence of what is called as peroxide. This is also called peroxide effect in the presence of peroxide, like benzoyl peroxide. Okay, then what you'll get here will be, see, bromine will add here, hydrogen will add here. So you'll get the compound as CH3, CH2, CH2, 4 carbon, no? So CH3, CH2, CH2, Br. This is major. And minor will be opposite. So here, follow, don't see, again I'll repeat. Bromine will add to that carbon carrying the double bond or having double bond, okay, or at that carbon where there's a double bond but having more number of hydrogen. So more number of hydrogen are 2 here and less number of hydrogen here only 1. Therefore bromine will add here and that become major. This is major. And the minor product will be CH3, CH2, CH, Br with CH3. This is minor. Now name we all know already there, so I need not waste time in writing the name. So here major become minor, minor become major. That is called as anti-Markovnikov rule, or what is called as peroxide effect. It's also known as, I write here so that you can remember, peroxide effect or anti-Markovnikov rule, or it is called Kharash effect. So this video I have explained to you all addition of halogen acid to alkene. So next video I will explain the methods of preparation of haloalkanes. Okay, so just remember, again I am repeating, don't learn by heart. See that you all practice the equation, write down. After going through all this, see by yourself you try to write down without looking into this. You generate some compound as I am now writing. So more compound generate, try to write down, see whether you can, and that is the way that you have to practice. If you more the practice, you become perfect. Okay, all right.